Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my weekly Forex Forecast. So long time no here. It's because I mainly don't trade during the holiday season. So July and August I usually stay away from charts. This is also opportunity to take a rest, take some conclusions and prepare yourself for September where we have definitely more volatility. However, market still can create some opportunities for us. Not all of pairs. I only pick up four, which I like the most, but all of them are more or less connected. We have also August, so August will be even slower than July. So keep in mind about that. I definitely go back to weekly forecast in the September when we have more volatility. But I wanted to record something for you just to keep you updated. So let's see what we have. First pair is EURCAD, and as you can see here on the EURCAD weekly time frame, price is currently is pushing up. So what we have here, we have two things. First thing is, of course, it's visible that we have this up move right now. We are above the 36 EMA, price is pointing up, started to make for us higher lows on the weekly chart. And what else? We also have long 1 to 3 right now. So if we have long 1 to 3, there is big chance that price will continue at least maybe to the previous tops, and then of course if breaks, it will go to the next area of the resistance, or because we have this very strong up move, okay, and also we can expect some retracements. What can also happen, price after this big move will create for us or lower high on the weekly chart, or maybe double top, and then we'll have this deeper retracements, maybe to those levels here, and then of course maybe we will have continuations, or of course price might go and reach again bottoms. Of course, this is weekly perspective, just give you some ideas, some scenarios. But right now, price definitely is pointing up here on the weekly chart. So resistance for me is up here. Support. Level right now, we don't, to be honest, we don't need this because no, for now price is pushing up. But if you want to find area of the support zone, this will be our support. So if price really continues to go with the weekly momentum, this is for me next possible target. So what we have on the daily chart, if we pay attention for a little bit bigger perspective, we will see that price is was bouncing on this trend line. As you can see on the daily chart, we have this double bottom. There was also area of the support, so price rejected this. So right now we have very strong momentum. So this can give us possibility that really price continue. But before that, we also have area of the resistance, which is here. This is very strong line because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. So this is what I would like to leave. And now we see this on the daily chart that the momentum is building. Okay, so if this is last like this, if it stays like that, resistance is up here. So we have another 150, 120 pips. Then of course 350 pips. If we go to the 4-hour chart, you see there was the area where price was not volatile at all. We had this trend line here. So price was struggling. Now we had this breakout. So what we need to see is that retracement back to the 36 EMA. After long 1 to 3, we look for buys, target, of course, the previous tops. If we switch to the 1-hour chart time frame, exactly, we want to do the same. Yeah, we have this trend line on the 1-hour chart. So you wait for the retracements. We can look for long scenarios, and we can or take the setups on the 1-hour chart, or we can combine 1-hour chart with the 5-minute, or 4-hour chart with the 15-minute. Yeah, so this is what we currently have. If price continues without any setups, then of course you have to pay attention for this level, and then possible short scenarios maybe, because if we have situation like here, okay, that we didn't get any retracement on, at least on the 4-hour chart, then you can observe that and look for short scenarios to target 36 EMA. Yes, if we have some situation like that. But again, keep in mind that the price after breakout of that might continue to go higher. Okay. So this is EURCAD. Euro dollar weekly chart. We are still in the uptrend on the weekly. Right now, price is sitting and reacting around the 12 EMA. We still have higher highs, higher lows. So where is our resistance? Of course, on the previous spike, on the previous top, we have the resistance zone, and the next one is up here. Weekly trend line, unfortunately, we don't have. We only have this line, but it will be coming from the lower time frames. So we will draw it on the daily chart. So now what we can get, our price after rejecting 12 will go up to this level, and then we will see maybe bigger retracements or continuation to the next one. Or there is also chance that price will retrace to the 36 EMA, will create for us another long 1 2 3, and will go up to maybe retest again that. Yeah, so right now we are in the situation that, of course, still price can bounce, but we can also get retracement. Okay, definitely weekly charts is still pointing up. Daily chart is also pointing up. So now let's see where is our trend line on the daily. So if we draw a line here, you will see that without any efforts, you can just draw the line connecting the bottoms, and the line is ending here where we have right now this reaction. So this is together with the 12 EMA, this give us good zone to think to look for buy scenarios and target that. Like I said, if price breaks this, then 36 EMA on the weekly chart, we can just mark this EMA here, and let's see where is it here. So we see that it's also together with this support zone. Yes, so this is our target, and the next target is of course lower around those previous bottoms, if price of course breaks this and decide to go down. Okay, to go long, it's a little bit too early yet, because no, we don't have trend line breakout yet. Okay, if you draw trend line like this, I just reacted on this trend line but didn't break this line, and this line of course we would like to see it's broken, because this is our condition to take the longs, yes, and target this previous stop. So for me, as long as we are here, I don't like this situation. We are squeezed between this line and this line, and also period is not good to look for such entries. So I would patiently wait for breakout or this level or this level, and then of course whenever price starts to break this, you can switch to lower time frames and of course look for setups there. If you really want to scalp here, yes, if you are a scalper, wait for the retracement to the 36, look for buy scenarios, and target this trend line with the previous stop. Okay, that's all what you can do in terms of scalping right now. So retracement, then if you get long 1 2 3, look for buys, but better in my opinion will be to get this breakout. GBPCAD, so similar to EURCAD because it's connected to CAD, but it's also looks interesting. It's going up on the weekly chart. However, this move is, I can say, shy. It's not making like a clean higher highs, higher lows. Right now, it's retesting again 12 EMA, and it started to, bouncing and pushing up. Resistance is, of course, on the previous top, and the next one is higher here. Okay, and so price is going up. So or we will have continuation to this zone, or maybe we will have false like lower high on the lower time frames and deeper retracement where to the 36 EMA, and this is also area of support zone here, but it will be more visible also on the daily chart. Yes, so let's go to daily. And like you said, yes, this support is more visible on the daily. We also have support here on the weekly, on the daily here. We see that price was struggling here. If we draw trend line on the GBPCAD, if we connect this bottom, you will see that price is also, that we have, even if we draw it like this, is not maybe so perfect, but this will be better. And we have this trend line with at least three touches. Yes, as we can see, you can also draw it from this point. You see that everything ends more or less in the zone where price right now is reacting. So it's similar to EURCAD, of course. The The difference is that here we had this range, which we didn't have on the EURCAD. Yes, price was in the range. So if we go to lower time frames, you see that we can try to draw trend line, but this trend line won't give us much. Right now we have breakout, so definitely it's good to look for long scenarios right now. This previous range was here. We had this false breakout. So the question is how price will react here, because maybe we will get setups on the lower time frames, but price will reach this and then again we'll try to retest that. So if you get the setup on the 1 hour chart, let's go to 1 hour time frame, because this is a little bit tricky, but if we get momentum, it can go nicely. So if you get set up here, again, you need to pay attention for this previous stop, okay? So if you take this as a long scenarios on the 1 hour chart or lower time frames, you can try to target this or at least manage your position here. If you want to have confirmation, now we need to have at least something on the 4 hour chart, but right now, so something like that. But right now it's difficult to say, because if we get the setup here, okay, this will be still reaction, and this setup might not be strong enough to break and continue. So, but it's still okay to take it, because we will be trading from the perspective of the higher time frame, that this is good zone for us, that price might continue to go here. So this is our bigger perspective. But if we get set up here on the 4 hour chart, this will be not so strong, because this previous high will not be broken. So you combine this with lower time frames, or you take it with low risk. If you get set up above, then of course it's better, because then its price will start to make new highs, okay, higher highs. So this is what we have on the GBPCAD. And the last one is GBPUSD. Also here, a weekly chart is pointing up. We have this resistance up here. Okay, so we see that price reached this resistance. Next resistance is higher, somewhere around this zone. Now again, price is retesting the 12. So what can happen? Or we'll have bounce continuation again to previous tops, then or bigger retracement or continuation. Or this is also chance that price will, bounce on the 12, make lower high on the daily chart, and will make this retracement. However, this looks quite interesting, because now here price, you see it's pushing up, it's going up. Yeah. So daily chart, what we have, where we have our trend line. Let's see if we can draw something here, extension, and you see again that all of those pairs reacting on the very strong levels. For me, this trend line is very strong, because trend line shows price action. Okay. We also have a support zone here, so we have like a double confirmation. Yes, support zone with the trend line and 12 EMA of the weekly chart. And it's still, if we take bigger perspective, it's like making 1, 2, 3 here. Okay. So this zone for me is good. If price holds this, we can really have some kind of the move. The question is if there will be enough strength to go here, or a little bit, and then bigger retracements, like he said. So let's find the next area of the support, in case if price wants to break that, because right now it's holding, but maybe the beginning of the week price will stay here, and then we'll break it. Yeah. So if we have breakout, then of course we can look for short scenarios and target this zone here. And to take longs, of course, we have to go to lower time frames. Let's try to look for trend line, and the trend line is a little bit far away right now, so we still have to wait, ideally to wait for breakout of this, or to look for long, and breakout of this to look for the short scenario. So this would be the perfect opportunity. Here, however, you can look for short entries as a day trading combination, because price is still below the 36. It's making 4-hour chart short 1 to 3. So what we can do, we can go to lower time frames. And now we have even two scenarios, but it's only for scalpers. Okay. First scenario is to look for very aggressive long entries here, with the 1 hour chart with the 5-minute and 1-minute combination, target previous stop and the trend line. Okay. It's very aggressive. Why? Because 4-hour chart is below the 36 and reacted on the 36 EMA already. So basically, we will be trading. This long setup is not perfect and valid setup to look for buy scenarios. However, with the scalping and with the support of this zone, and that price didn't reach the trend line, is still okay, but it's very aggressive. Another option is to get simply breakout of this line, look for short scenarios, and target this zone again because we'll get this 4-hour chart short 1 to 3, so we can have another continuation to this zone. Yes, and of course, whenever price stays here, you can still trade this. So if you take short scenarios, price reach this and won't break it, you can look for buy scenarios here to target this. If price reach this, you can look for short scenarios, target that. So you can play around in this range, in this very tiny range, if you like. If don't, just wait for clean direction where price might to go. So wait for breakouts. Okay, guys. So that's all from my side. I know it's not much, but at least something. I will also prepare indices forecast, so we will see what maybe we'll get something there. So I hope you enjoy this. Wish you all wonderful week, and we hear soon. Bye.